truly amazing what can happen when you actually go back and look at the claims that Candace Owens has made, and you'll be actually surprised, possibly even shocked, actually, to realize that lots of the things that Candace Owens has been claiming quite literally fall apart when you side them with the truth, with actual context as well, because we know that Candace makes these outrageous and very outlandish, out there claims because she can, and she doesn't care who it hurts, doesn't care if it does damage to anyone at all. She only cares about herself. She thinks that she's the truth, or the arbiter of truth, so to speak, and she has taken it upon herself to try and investigate who killed Charlie Kirk, except she's not doing that at all. She is, in my humble opinion, and it's not just my opinion, but many others that actually have a brain on them and can see exactly what she's doing, she's grifting. She is making millions of dollars off of Charlie's murder. And the only thing that she has released currently happens to be that text message. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at the original claim, and credit to Nathan Livingston again of Milk Bar TV. They decided to go back and look at her original claims and then put them side by side with Turning Point USA. People that, actually have a decent reputation and you can actually trust them, and not some dingbat like Candace Owens who says that Charlie came to her in a dream and told her in a dream, Turning Point betrayed you. Look into Turning Point, Candace. Candace, hear me, Candace. That alone should tell you that she's just not well. But anyway, let's have a watch of this, shall we?
Because I'm very aware of what's going on, okay? And I don't know how the executives over at Turning Point USA sleep at night.
Text chain that has been made known and released by Candace Owens. And I just want to address it head on because, that was a screen grab that I had shared with people. So it is authentic.
I don't know how you can present yourselves as a Christian organization and not be dedicating yourself to the truth. No matter what the cost is, you tell the truth. That's it. And you tell it immediately. And I don't think they're capable of doing that. And I have an idea as to why that is. I think the same people that were pressuring Charlie are pressuring them. In fact, I know that for a fact. So they might need my help.
I actually am really excited that the truth is out there. I first want to say the reason I didn't share that screen grab publicly is because it was a private exchange, and I felt like it didn't necessarily comport with things that were already public. I wanted to not betray my friends' trust in that way. But I did share it with some people in government because it happened really quick. It was, it took 33 hours for authorities to get their suspect. And in those first moments, we wanted no stone unturned.
About 48 hours before Charlie Kirk died, Charlie informed people at Turning Point, as well as Jewish donors and a rabbi, that he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause outright. Okay, Charlie was done. He said it explicitly that he refused to be bullied anymore by the Jewish donors. Can you guys answer? Did he express that?
This group text, he does say, that he is leaving him no choice but to leave the pro-Israel side. Here's what I want people to know. Charlie said these things publicly and privately to us, like that he was frustrated. He would say something like that, and then he would go in a public situation and he would strike a more moderate tone.
Charlie said he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause because of, and I quote, Jewish donors, the behavior of Jewish donors.
People are going to try to make you fixate on a particular quote or a particular line to make you think that there was something hidden. There was nothing hidden about Charlie's views on Israel.
Here's the thing. I looked at that moment as like he's just blown off steam. He's frustrated. He's venting, right?
Did he also express that he wanted to bring me, Candace Owens, back?
He made that very clear under any circumstances that he was not going to be cowed or bullied into deplatforming Tucker, for example. He made that expressly clear to us. Would he have invited Candace? I have no idea. I think what he was saying in that text, he's like, keep coming at me, bro, and let's see what happens.
I'm going to challenge Turning Point USA executives to issue a very clean statement saying that I am lying if this is not true.
It has been so frustrating to have people blow up about this.
Yeah.
And I've certainly stated publicly, the reason I haven't weighed in on things is I am an eyewitness to events, and they've said, don't comment on things because anything you say can mess that up. I don't want to mess up any trial for the person who did this.
That's 1,000% right. I'm cognizant of the fact that whatever I say could, first of all, it could negatively implicate an ongoing investigation. But I also want you guys to think about, before you press send, before you hit publish, just think about, maybe tainting a jury pool. Maybe the implications could be negative in that way.
Yeah, I'm putting the fire here right at the feet of Turning Point.
And he wouldn't want to see it hurt Turning Point USA. This Turning Point USA, he loved like you can't believe. It was his baby. He put so much time and energy into building Turning Point, into picking the people that could play in different roles.
None of you guys are behaving in the way that you should be behaving, okay? There is no way you are letting these lies fly.
Another thing I want to say is that when it veers into, attacking some of the people that love Charlie the most and were closest to him, I just want you to have pause and think maybe, there's so many people around here, Blake, that haven't even had a chance to grieve.
I am disgusted. I am genuinely disgusted.
Notice how Candace loves to say, tell the truth, no matter the cost, but then proceeds to lie and then goes, I know for a fact. Like, she knows jack all about the fact, or facts in general, I should say. She knows jack all about the truth. I mean, even if the truth was slapped in Candace Owens' face, she'd still deny it. She'd still try and twist it and try and make it about her, because that's what narcissists do. Even the great Jordan Peterson, who I'm still praying for, by the way, and so should you guys, came out and said that Candace displays all the signs of narcissistic psychopathy. And I mean, he's not wrong. If you got the good Jordan Peterson saying that, and he's looked at Candace Owens' work for quite some time, and this is before the Charlie Kirk situation, can only imagine. I mean, I miss Jordan Peterson's voice, I really do, especially in situations like this. I think we need more voices like Jordan's to analyze this from his intellectual perspective. I think that might actually do us the world of good, but unfortunately, he's not here, and unfortunately, neither is Charlie to defend himself. Can only imagine how he must be feeling right now in the grave, knowing full well the amount of people that are trying to tear apart his good name, his reputation, his legacy, for clicks, for money, and then they have the gall to say, I know this is a fact. She says it a lot, but she hasn't presented any facts. Text message wasn't even hers. Someone else sent it to her, which, again, we need to be investigating that. But like Nathan Livingston showed, there's so many instances, like she's accusing Turning Point staff members of lying. She's accusing them of being involved in Charlie's assassination. These people haven't even been allowed to grieve, and yet you're coming after them with a vengeance. Why? Seriously, why? It just, to me, I think this has gone like the level of hate. And this is all stemming from Candace, by the way. She is the force behind a lot of this. And there's so many people that also are spreading it along with her. I want to make that abundantly clear. These people claim to be on the right, and they're attacking other members on the right because they hate Israel so much. They hate the Jewish people so much. Something is happening. This is going well beyond, in my opinion, what I've been watching. This is going well beyond just mere commentary on a podcast. This has a significant amount of ramifications and causal damage, I believe, based on what I have been seeing of late. People's reaction could just be bots, that could possibly be true. But a lot of the accounts that I've been looking at, including Candace, it's actually getting into the realm of being rather violent. And that's concerning to me. I don't think I've seen, I've seen divides in the right, but all this to try and disrupt Charlie's actual real killer, Tyler Robinson, try and ruin the case against him. And so you're potentially going to let Charlie's killer go free. Probably what he wanted. I think Tyler more than likely didn't account for this, but he probably accounted for Candace going ape crap insane. I wonder, kid was a smart kid, according to authorities, that is. But what I have been noticing of late with lots of people on the right especially is they're not even stopping to do some critical thinking for 5 seconds. They're just like a cult leader going, Candace is right. And they come after me if I have skepticism about a text message being real, which Matt Walsh came out and said that he was 40% skeptical about it being real too. So go after him. In fact, don't go after anyone. Stop. You're not helping the cause. You're not doing anything to further it. You're making it worse, in fact. You're amplifying Candace's voice, which should not be amplified. She hasn't had anything good or revelatory to say about Charlie's death. There's just been accusation after accusation. It's not the sign of a well woman, I'll have you know. It's a sign of a deranged, hateful, spiteful woman that cannot stand. If you are saying that you want to destroy the organization that your supposed best friend built for the truth, you're sick and twisted. I guess we're going to wait and see what the truth is, aren't we, Candace? Because either way, Turning Point's right and you're wrong, or you're right and Turning Point's wrong. I know where I'm going to put my money if I was to ever put money on anything. And it's not on you, Candace. You'd be stupid to put money on Candace Owens. It's like the game of heads or tails. If you didn't see the What Do You Meme video about Candace, he just lays it all out. Accusation, claim after claim, no evidence to back any of it up. And the internet goes crazy over the fact that she released one text message, which, again, think about it, is despicable in of itself. She's doing this for a reason, and it's not to help. It's to destroy, in her own words. And she doesn't even think she's an evil person. Narcissistic much? That's enough from me. You guys take care of your place, and I'll see you all in the next video.